we gotta let some people suffer sometimes. Sometimes we are literally overbearing parents with our partner, and that type of intense attachment causes them to take you for granted. It's just how that works. It causes them to take you for granted. And then we complain, why is it that people don't respect us? Why is it that as soon as I show interest, they pull away? Why are people's interests so undulates? One day they like us, and the next day they don't. Like, the fuck with you. Most likely it's because you're just too overbearing. And you gotta learn how to detach. And because what you'll notice is that as soon as they detach, people have a sixth sense for happiness. Right? They rely on your anxiety to validate them, right? And so when you strip them of that power, that is a power that you're giving them, the capacity to make you lose your cool, something amazing happens. Something beautiful happens, actually. And that's what we're gonna be talking about in this video today, okay? I remember, and I always talk about this when I went to Italy, and I was really I didn't know I was so needy and creepy. Like, I really was. I had a strong desire to get people to like me. I'm still like that, but not as much. And long story short, one of my friends, one of my honest friends told me that. She was like, yo, you're a little intense. You seem like you try hard. And I gave up trying because I was like, fuck this shit, man. I felt so, when you're so depressed that you don't even try. And I went to the next dinner, and I just sat there, and I didn't even try to impress them. And I remember till that date, since that day, my social life, my dating life completely changed. Because I finally saw what happens when you detach, when you stop trying to look cool, to look awesome, to look attractive, to look manly, to look like any attempt to try to project a way that you are onto people. What happens is that it loosens your personality, and it allows it to shine, right? And that's what we're gonna be talking about today, because the truth is, people can sense when you detach. People can sense that, and what it does is that it comes with a tint of fear, right? There's a fear that they might lose you. There's a fear that they may be losing that power that they once had over you, right? Because at the end of the day, what people don't understand, let's put this right here. What people don't understand is that people definitely get high off the power from your attachment. I mean, it's only human nature, right? Like, humans, they find it flattering that you love them. I mean, it's a fact. But then sometimes some people, because of deep insecurities, they get drunk on it, and that's problematic because they take advantage of it. Now, this is the beauty about this: is that when somebody genuinely likes you, you could be needy and creepy, and they'll still like you. This is more so for the people who are uncertain about you, and your needy creepiness pushes them away, right? Because your most attractive personality is underneath your attachment. The parts in you that people want to respect, the parts in you that inspires fear of losing you, is underneath your detachment, is when you're willing to detach from that person. Because there are things that I can't teach you, because it's an unconscious behavior that arises when you're detached. Now, I gotta be very careful. There's too many creators out there that talking about detachment means that you don't need people. This type of detachment is not what I'm talking about. It's the type of detachment that says, I want you and I love you, but I'm able to walk away too. But if you're not there, I'll be miserable, but I'm still gonna be able to recover. What a lot of YouTubers teach is to be completely detached. Whether or not you're here, I'm happy, and whether or not you're here or not, I'm still gonna be happy. That's bullshit. Any normal functioning human, in your absence, you're gonna feel sad. And that's a natural thing. In fact, I prefer that you do that. Because if you actually have the capacity to undulate between those two polar opposite things, which in reality is not polar opposite, it comes across as congruent. You come across as extremely confident, because that's a very difficult thing to juggle. Most of the time when people are detached, they usually have this coldness about them that when they walk away, we sort of don't get that offended because we know that's how they are. The ones that really get us are the ones that love us and that we know that they're capable of connecting and that leaving hurts, but they're able to recover. Those are the dangerous ones, because those are the ones that looking back, we always regret. Always. The ones that we know love us, that they'll suffer in our absence, but that they'll get over us. That fucking hurts. So you do that by you developing those parts in you, by you not trying to be so, like, it's almost like not when you're trying not to get hurt. Shit. When you're trying not to get hurt, you actually do the opposite effect. It actually lowers your value. Like with this strategy, you're gonna have to be okay with getting hurt every now and then, because what it does is that it strengthens your emotional immune system. The more pain you go through, and the more pain you're able to recover from, it adds confidence. It's like a scar in the Nazi, right? When you have a scar, it shows that you're a man, right? These emotional scars and recovering from them strengthens you, because what it does is that it's like a venom that you keep taking in, and each time you take it, it hurts you less. It's impressive to people, right? For example, with me now, I remember like I used to not tell women that I liked them, even though I did, because I was scared to look needy. Now I tell them that I like them. I'm like, hey, I like you, man. And if they reject me, just say, oh man, that sucks, man. I really like you. Well, it's okay that things didn't work out, because what it does is that it comes across as human. And there's so many people hiding behind detachment, and then I'm too cool for school, that people never truly invest in you because you look too detached. They'll take a risk with someone who is more open about those things. Seriously, like honestly, that's really what confidence is. So detach, right? Learn, how do you do that? Well, it's when they make mistakes, right? When they make mistakes, when they cross your boundaries, that's when you detach. You pull away a little bit. You get a little bit more cold, right? Once they notice it, keep that energy low. Keep the energy low. Let them suffer a bit, right? Because a lot of the times when we just want them to come back, and they come back and we open up and we become needy and creepy again. No. Keep the energy low. Let them. It's like the husband who fucked up and whose wife is still mad at him, right? Let yourself warm up slowly, because it's natural. If you put water outside from the fridge, it's not gonna instantly be hot, or else it wasn't really cold. It naturally slowly warms up to room temperature. Let that, because what it does is that they can sense you back, but they can sense that you're still mad, so that creates that anxiety. And that anxiety leaves an imprint in their heart that the next time they try to fuck up, they remember that you don't just take them back easily. It takes you a while to warm up. And once you warm up, once you let them suffer a bit, then you take them back. Then you go back to normal. But the key here is not to hold resentment. That's the key, not to hold resentment. Because a lot of you motherfuckers are gonna do this, and you guys are gonna do it really well because you're resentful. That's not what Father Alex is talking about. That resentfulness will cause you to get petty, will cause you to still be attached, because resentfulness is being attached to something that someone did to you, right? Crossing your boundaries, being so unforgiving. That's what cold motherfuckers do who die alone. You gotta learn to forgive people's mistakes, right? And then too many coaches just, I know they don't know what they're talking about because they don't understand those nuanced. Like, you can't just walk away from people, from them making mistakes. You know, you gotta give them a chance, and also you gotta forget the shit that they do sometimes. Now, there's some things that are unforgivable. I'm just talking about boundaries, right? They keep being late, or they forget. For example, they forgot your birthday, for example, right? That's fucked up, right? But those are things that you could sort of forgive, right? Like there's a fine line between that. But also just in general, you let them know through your character, through the way you comport yourself, through the way that you deal with challenges, that I'm able to deal with failure because I know how to recover. I lost my job and I still recovered. That is an indication to them that I could lose your goofy ass and I'm still gonna recover. Right? Like that it's a reflection of your character. If they respect your character, one thing they'll know is that you're able to get over them. You're able to love them, but you're able to walk away. But when you're someone who they don't respect because you have no self-control, you have a lot of addictions, you're very impulsive, very compulsive, they'll know that if they leave you, you're still gonna go back because you're someone who has no control over their emotions. So it's not just that you go cold and you detach when they fuck up. It's also just your character. Over time, them getting to know you and seeing you deal with adversity tells them indirectly that, hey man, if you fuck up, I'm willing to leave you. And that does affect the way they perceive you. That causes them to hold on to you more. And the beauty about this is that it's not direct. This is not something that you verbally tell people. It's better because you're sort of showing them indirectly that, and that to them is a person of character, and that's why people hold on to that. People hold on to people who have strong character, people who are able to change with the situation and not hold on to the past. So many people just want to detach from relationships, but in their normal lives, career, artistic, and just social life, they're too attached. So that's why people call your bluff, because they're like, yo, like, with your family, you're a fucking, they don't respect you. You have anger issues. You have no control. Yeah, with me, you seem to detach better, but in your life, you have no control. I have no doubt that if I leave you, you're gonna come back, because I've seen you lose control in every other area of your life. It's a reflection of your character to be able to detach, but also to be able to attach. But also to be able to detach in pain. That's normal. You're not a superhero. You're not Black Jesus. Show them that it hurts. It penetrates harder when you leave, when they know you're sad, but you're still leaving. Because that means they can't just get you emotional to come back, because they know you're able to deal with it. That's difficult right there. That's a difficult person to get over. All right? So remember, people can sense your detachment, even if you don't verbally tell them. Your most attractive self is underneath your attachments. Let go and you'll see how different you act. Once they notice, keep your energy low. Let them suffer a bit. And then, once they suffer, take them back, right? People have a sixth sense for your happiness. So when in your absence you're happy, when they're not there and you're happy, people can sense that, you know? And yeah, man, anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. Check out my courses, Emotional Mastery. It'll teach you guys how to detach from these types of situations. It's a course that I created that helps, that uses meditation to develop the habit of detachment. You guys can purchase that on the description down below. Take care. Are you needy and creepy? Do you have a tough time coming across confident when you like the person? A lot of the times you just don't know what to do. You have habits and patterns that whenever somebody triggers you, you completely forget what to do the right thing. Well, guess what? I have a course for that. And it's called The Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and The Feminine Woman, what I call the fundamentals. All of those courses are meant to eradicate and exercise the needy, creepy parts in you through action. Meaning, you do what the videos say, and without a shadow of a doubt, you actually get the results. You'll notice that men call you back more. Men will want more relationships with you. They're gonna be the ones that are needy and creepy. They're gonna be the ones that want something. They're gonna be the ones that are the aggressors in trying to get a relationship out of you. But the problem is that a lot of people just watch one or two videos and completely forget that there's actually a system. Don't just watch one or two videos. Get the system either by purchasing all of them and get a discount, or purchase them individually. Because a lot of the times, just watching one video in isolation, you actually miss the big picture. You have to understand why it works. You have to understand what to do next. And a lot of times, my videos just can't address that. A lot of people, you'll see by the testimonies right here, a lot of people have done what those videos say, and they've gotten results. Like the other day, I was in Mexico, and they were like, hey, Alexis, and I'm like, hey, oh my God, your videos are so great. And I'm like, and she was like, look at my kid. I'm like, what you talk about your kid? That's not my kid. She's like, no, because of him, because of your videos, he's here. And I'm like, okay, all right, that's a thing. But I get that a lot. And ironically, that woman watches all of my videos, right?
So purchase those courses, man. And if you don't like it, you actually could get a 30-day money-back guarantee, right? Purchase them individually or get a discount and purchase them all by clicking on the description down below. You have the option of purchasing the one with the bonuses that obviously it's more material, where it's like I give you guys meditations. There's also other courses on how to make friends, how to master anything, or you could purchase it without the bundle, which is much more affordable, all right? And with that, you guys are able to support my channel, which will allow me to make more videos, okay? Anyways, see you guys inside, and thank you.